Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening, everyone. So, we welcome to Faculty of Engineering alumni in the house session in Facebook today, and it is indeed our great pleasure to welcome among us the alumni brother and sister of Faculty of Engineering and School of Civil Engineering. Under the alumni in the house series today, we will have our special guests in the series number 5 entitled The Nigerian Civil Engineering. So I am Dr. Afika binti Rahim, will be your moderator today, and our series of alumni um, in the house is a very informal get together, chill and relax sharing session online will be um, uh, will be broadcast to you today as they will share their wonderful memories together during their studies in UTM. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let me introduce you to these two alumni today on board with us today. So, panel one will have Miss Gillian Ashio, which is now an assistant chief instructor from Kaduna State College of Education, Gillian, Kaduna, Nigeria. And panel number two, which is Dr. Shettima Ali, which is now a Dean of School of Engineering from Federal Polytechnic Dama to Yobe State in Nigeria. So, welcome back to your alma mater, to both of you. So, panel, can you please introduce yourself? So maybe we can ask Ms. Jillian to introduce herself first, then followed by Dr. Shettima. Okay, so maybe the line is a bit breaking up for Miss Gillian. So, Dr. Shettima, can you please introduce yourself?
Okay, Ali, my name is Dr. Shettima Ali. I'm a lecturer with the Federal Polytechnic Damatru here in Yobe State, Nigeria, and currently I'm Dean School of Engineering Technology. I have a Bachelor of Engineering, Civil Engineering degree, Master's in Civil Engineering, also in ABU's area, and then at UTM I obtained the PhD. I graduated in 2017, but I did my Viva in 2016 November. So I finally submitted my thesis in January and then left the country to Nigeria. So thank you.
Okay, so it was 4 years back.
Yeah, I'm 4 years back.
Okay, thank you,
And
Dr.
also,
Shettima. So we'll go to Miss Gillian. So please introduce yourself, maybe on your current uh, work position, course taken in UTM, and maybe year of graduation in UTM.
Okay, good morning from here in Nigeria. My name is Gillian Gyeyok Ashu. I actually studied construction management, a master's in construction management in UTM. But before then, I had studied architecture in Nigeria. I have a HND, an OND, Ordinary National Diploma, and then a Higher National Diploma in Nigeria. From there, I came over to Malaysia in 2018. Actually, September 2018, I started a master's third course in construction management in the Faculty of Engineering. So that's basically, and I graduated in 2020. So I left just shortly, like exactly a year, 2 days ago, it was exactly a year I left Malaysia. So it's good to be here. And that's basically what it is. So currently I'm a lecturer. I've been lecturing in Kaduna State College of Education, Gidanwa, in Kaduna State, Nigeria. It's in the northern part of Nigeria. So that's basically about me.
Okay, interesting. Okay, so Dr. Shettima, so how can you relate civil engineering or any engineering knowledge that you had to what you are doing right now? You being a dean right now, like how can you relate that what you have learned
yeah,
before, and
actually,
how did you apply that during your recent days?
before 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 becoming the dean, I'm a lecturer in the civil engineering department, where I lecture. Immediately when I returned from Malaysia, so I started taking the specialty because I specialize on the concrete material. So my emphasis much on the concrete and then the structural analysis. So after just spending some few months, then I was appointed to be director of the academic planning. Then I started with director of academic planning. After 3 years, then and now I was elected to be a dean. So what I'm impacting more is focuses on the utilization of those materials in the concrete, which I give much emphasis to the project supervision because I have an expertise on it, and that is where I completed the college. And when you come for the community development, I also engage also in community development, where I render services to my institution where they have the secondary school and the primary school that we are playing in the school. So give emphasis also to community development. So these are the things actually I was much engaged. More or less, as a dean, I am now becoming an administrator in one aspect because I'm not only managing this engineering, there are other departments that are under me. That is the mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer engineering, and then the new one is renewable energy, which we are about to run. So there are a lot of hurdles here and there. So that is what I do for now.
I see. So managing people is one of a very tough task, I guess.
It's a very
Okay,
it's a very
now we move on to Miss Gillian. So, how do you apply your subject that you have been studied in UTM for like construction management?
Okay. Okay, before I came to Malaysia, I said I studied architecture. So I actually work in the technical education department in the College of Education, Gidanwa. So basically what I do, I was teaching design and I was teaching construction technology and construction design. I was teaching construction technology, building construction, building technology. So basically, I needed that construction knowledge. So coming to Malaysia actually added to me, and it has helped me to be able to impact better in my students from what I have learned. Because right now, basically what I learned that had to do with concrete technology, had to do with advanced construction materials and construction technology, and a whole lot of others, even in the aspects of law and contracts, has actually helped me. And then in other aspects outside that area, my lecturing, even private practice, and some other things that I do by the side, the knowledge I've gotten from project management and all that is really helping me right now. So I think it was a good one.
Okay. Okay, so we move on to the next questions. So, which knowledge or courses specifically that have driven or shaped your career until up to now, maybe, Dr. Shettima?
Yeah. No, my expertise, like I said, is on the concrete material, which is my supervisor exposed me to. And I during the studies, actually, I have gone through so many drilling on the concrete material and the concrete casting and then concrete. Uh, so what I'm now also imparting is the knowledge that I gain is one that I also impart to students because I'm taking the concrete technology to students. So the even though the PhD is not something that has a subject, the subject is only the Malaysian culture and the research methodology. All other thing is the research. The PhD is on your own, where you have to conduct by yourself and then come up with a new knowledge that you contributed. So basically, I was exposed to concrete material, which actually I learned a lot on the concrete material. When we talk of concrete material, it's not only the mixing of the concrete, but there are other aspects like the durability aspect, the microstructure aspect. All this also I learned from the museum. particularly that of microstructure. I stand to be corrected, but I know that at least I gain a lot of experience on interpretation, which is very difficult for microstructure to be interpreted, where I also learned from UTM. So these are the things that I can say, not much. There is also one thing that I learned much is the issue of the corrosion of the material. In fact, I have to thank Professor Ismail, who has just retired from the faculty, because I'm not his student. But when I came up with the idea of one a particular machine, and his students are also doing corrosion, so I give him the idea that there is a machine I saw in the internet, which if you can purchase, it will help me, and then help you also the student. And I was surprised that he swing into us and he bought the material, the equipment with the faculty. So which I also use it for the corrosion test in my PhD. So these are things that I was exposed to. Then there is one aspect that which the technicians in our lab also were surprised. You know, they don't usually borrow out data loggers to students, but because of the commitment that I have known very well, when I request the data logger, they give it to me. They were surprised that I attach the data logger to a concrete and then take in a reading. Nobody has done even in the faculty. I'm the first to do that. So these are the things that I learned a lot. I can say those are small things I can say on it.
Yeah, with the collaborations with a lot of aspects and disciplines in one together makes PhDs more successful, isn't it, Dr. Shettima?
Yeah, it's a very successful one, which combining a lot of expertise here and there, because PhD is not something that one can just think of it. There are a lot of things that are inside. Particularly, it's inside that are taking 3 years. You know, that is not a small thing. There are a lot of things. Sometimes you read and you may not even understand what you are saying. But at the end, maybe you'll come up with an idea. That is what the faculty is always needed.
True. PhD needs it's a long run.
Yeah.
It's a 3 years to 6 years durations of studies. It's a non-ended duration of time. Okay, maybe we can move on to Miss Gillian. So what's your opinion on specific course or specific knowledge that you have learned that have shaped your career until up to now?
Okay, you know, for me that did a third course, it was really a very good experience, you know, because it exposed me to so many things that even things I thought I knew, which I got more insight now. So I look at courses like construction technology, concrete technology, advanced construction materials, and even research that I did. It's had a way of molding me because there were basic things I knew, like I remember Associate Prof. Sam. I don't forget him because Abdurrahman Sam, he changed a lot of ideologies I had on concrete mixtures and all that. And there's so much I've learned now that it gives me so much ease when I teach my students presently, you know. And then even concrete technology, there was so much I learned from there. And research too. There was a way I felt about research. I always did it with so much fear, but you know, now I have so much confidence, and I don't feel that fear anymore. So it has actually helped me because now I can write my papers easily. I know what to look out for. I know what is expected of me, you know. So, and then even there are so many courses I studied there. Sustainability, it has helped us to presently we're trying to apply it to our students to enlighten them. Sustainability and environmental management, you know, courses like this that is not fully on ground yet. It has actually helped us to have insight into it so that we can apply it. So it's a win-win situation here right now for me.
Okay, it's such a good experience anyway, and it's applicable up to until now. Okay, so maybe we can go to Miss Gillian first. What is the greatest achievement after leaving UTM? even though it's like only 1 year.
Yeah. Okay. I when you say greatest achievements, I think basically from the fact that right now I'm better equipped for what I'm doing, you know, and I have more confidence. You know, there are certain things that okay, initially you thought you could do. For now, I feel I've achieved much in being able to pass on this knowledge and being able to talk about issues that have to do with construction with ease because I understand it better and I'm able to apply it and I'm able to research it, you know, and add more knowledge. So I think my greatest achievement is I'm able to apply the knowledge I have learned to others and to be able to be a better woman. You know, for a woman in construction, it's always something else. So for me to be able to stand up and then when I speak and then people are wondering, where do you know all these things from? Being a woman, it's really a great achievement for me.
Okay, thank you. Sometimes for some countries, women in engineering is still taboo.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
maybe Dr. Shettima, can you please share with us what is the greatest achievement that you have been so far?
Well, the achievement is that at least I'm working here before I went for the studies, and the recognition of that PhD is always there as in the country. And then with this, there are a lot of achievements, but I cannot mention all. But at least even to recognize to be elected to the post of deanship is also part of the contribution of the PhD. Then secondly, like I said, there are certain consultancy services that we render, which is an also addendum to the studies. Currently, I have my uncle that actually is even using my own CV for his own career, which he that means the PhD has also worked on it. So achievements are there actually, and which we have grown in the system. So it's not a one day that you can achieve just because you study the PhD, but the experience matters because you need to have the experience before you go higher. So in terms of delivering knowledge, that is where I can boost up that is a lot of contribution also to the society. Uh, being that I experience on the concrete, which I boost up that I can stand on everywhere uh, uh, to deliver. So it's a great achievement actually, even to the student and the society that where I'm staying. Uh, just because of though even though we have issues on the security, but still it's okay.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shettima. Okay, so maybe also you can share with us how was UTM back then when you were here? Like maybe you can see the difference from the social media like Facebook and whatnot. What was the difference that you can see from your vision, from your insight?
Well, the difference now, even the COVID-19 has brought a big difference to the when we are there, because
Mm.
I learned that even for the accessibility of the lab is now no longer at the will of the student, because you have to be even scheduled and you might wait for a month before you go into the lab. And with this, the research cannot continue like this. Uh, when we are there, we are always in the lab. We are always in the lab. Especially, I have my people that we are casting together. Most of them are this, like Dr. Julie, and then Dr. Sherwati. So you see, we are always in the lab, and now if today cannot go into lab, then how can he perform the research? That is the question. There was a time I even sent my material for microstructure tests here in Nigeria. Up to now, it has not been tested because of the COVID-19. Everybody is afraid to go into the lab. The technicians are afraid to go into the lab. So the experience is quite not deceptive. Then for the international like me and others that are intended to go, there is also hurdles. If you want to go for now, I have some students, I mean, my colleagues that I wanted to even go for UTM for studies. They have been given a sponsorship, but up to now they are not getting the visa to go to the UTM because of COVID-19. There are a lot of challenges actually now. In terms of the research, the lecturers that we have is the same, the committed lecturers, particularly faculty of engineering for the UTM. We don't have a problem with our supervisors. We don't have a problem. I can tell you, I said it several times, even Dr. Abdraman, I used to tell him, it's unlike the other faculties where they have a problem with the student. So it's only the commitment. But now our zeal has been demoralized with the COVID-19. So I don't know how I'm going to make a comparison as the question asking now. But in terms of learning, I think it's the same thing because I have one of my colleagues that she is about to do her Bible now. She has already submitted. I used to ask her always on the matters as she was in the same faculty with me. So the system is the same thing, but the material and then the accessibility for the lab is a problem now. So I think let's pray that the COVID-19 will be over as soon as possible.
Yeah, true. We can't deny that COVID-19 has affecting us so much. In fact, the Viva has changed into online. Okay, Miss Gillian, so what's the difference that you can see from the day that you left until up to now, maybe from the social media, Facebook, or from your friends or from your colleagues? What's the difference?
Well, just like Dr. Shettima was saying, the ease with which we could do work and have access to your lecturers, unlike now, the ease with which you could go to class and you could meet others who could even teach you certain things. And, that class teacher-student relationship face-to-face, I think you can't beat that. In as much as we could do it online and all that, but when you meet with your fellow students and you meet with your teachers, there's something about it that makes learning more interesting, and so to speak. So I
Okay, I think Miss Gillian has problem with the connection. So maybe we can move on to the next question
Yeah, it
to
seems
Dr.
like
Shettima.
okay.
Okay, Dr. Shettima. Okay, so
Yes.
what is your very sweet memory that you had in UTM? The most sweet ones. Maybe you can share with
One.
us.
The sweet one is the exhibitions. Our research group are always participating exhibition in the UTM, and the ladies are actually trying because they're always winning the call. So and all the time our supervisor, that is Professor Muhammad Hussein Wari, used to take us to a reputable restaurant, and we have a get together among colleagues where we chat. Something that is actually always I cannot forget. Then one thing is that I'm always getting the support from my supervisor. He's actually supported me in all the ways, and which is enjoyable. Then when I applied for family house in Pardana, and I was lucky to get the Pardana where I came in and stay with my family in Pardana. So from there now, I totally have a new new way of even staying in the UTM, not even UTM, I can say even in Malaysia. Because initially I was saying at Sukudai, later now I came into campus. When I was campus, the story is also different. So I actually enjoy staying with the Pardana because I was the at Pardana office. I was given all the privileges, and whenever I take a complaint, they are attending to me, which is actually I'm happy with it. So there are many which I cannot mention actually for now.
So there's a lot of sweet memories in UTM, and one of them is to be supported by the professors and the lecturers, to be supporting and very helpful. Okay, Miss Gillian, what is one of the very sweet memory or maybe sweet memories that you had in UTM? Maybe you can share with us today.
Okay, well, there are quite a number. I remember there are certain nice places that I used to like. I used to take a lot of walks around the school environment. So when I needed to get my head a bit clear from all the pressures, because there was always so much pressure from work, I used to take a long walk, sometimes in the evenings, where they placed all those UTM. I love UTM. I love those places. I took a lot of pictures by the river, and then I loved going to class, block CO9. I don't forget it. I was always there, you have time to read and all that. Sometimes the library. I wasn't really a library person, but I used to walk around there and then sometimes hang in there if I needed to do some work. I stayed in Padana too, so I kind of missed that place because it was really cool and it was just okay. So those memories are there. And then back to class, I met all kinds of people from the Middle East. I was just one of the few ladies in the class, so they were mostly men. So, but relating with them and their culture and some of the things I got to understand about Malaysia was their memories I won't forget, and I talk about them all the time when I have the opportunity, And then I just like the memories too of the way the environment was just cool and calm and peaceful. So I think those memories have stayed with me and will always stay with me.
Oh, okay, interesting. It's feel very touched and honored at this hour, 3:29 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, among those lecturers that you've been taught, who is the most inspired and loved one? Maybe we can start with Miss Gillian. One very
Okay.
favorite lecturer.
Okay. If you say one, you're limiting me. But there's actually one that I really love. But then there were quite a number that played a great role in my experience in UTM. So maybe I'll start from just listing some of them that played particular roles, which I really appreciate. Dr. No, Associate Prof. No. I've always had it's always been difficult to call his name. He taught me research. And I think he was one of the first people that changed my ideology because I just had this fear for research. But when I had his class, he made it look so easy. He would give examples with a cat when he's talking about projects and writing a thesis. I think he left a lasting impression in my heart. And then another was
Oh, I think line is breaking up again. In for Miss Gillian. Okay, Dr. Shettima, who is
Yes.
the most inspired lecturer? Maybe you can share with us. Maybe you have never revealed it before, and now is the time for you to reveal.
Well, actually, like she said before, there are many. Even though I didn't go through coursework, it's a PhD, but we always inspire our supervisors because I have two supervisors, the Associate Prof. Dr. Yusuf Ahmad and then the Professor Muhammad Wari. But apart from the two, the person that most inspire me much is Associate Prof. Dr. Abdurrahman Sam. Abdurrahman Sam uh, actually he inspired me in so many ways. He's not my supervisor, but we are in the faculty. We have a group room where our offices we share some ideas. I used to consult him. Then luckily he became my internal examiner in the Bible.
Mm.
When he went to the Bible, he he became different again. But because he went with a lot of questions over getting to 100 questions when I was given from the from the postgraduate school. So, but when I go through the questions has inspired me much because I also learned a new PhD from the questions that he has given to me. And my thesis has totally changed from the question that I answered from the Bible. So that's why I can say I inspire him much, Dr. Brahman Sam.
Okay. And to least there's more, right?
No, he's not my supervisor, he's my examiner. And sometimes you may hate the examiner because of throwing so many questions.
Yes,
But at the end, when you
yes.
critically sit down and then go through what he has been asking, you now know that you'll gain another idea or another knowledge that will contribute to your PhD. So I gain a lot from him. So I inspire him actually. Up to now, we have been communicating. Yes.
Okay. So since Miss Gillian is disconnected for a while, so last but not least question. If you are given
Yes.
opportunity to visit UTM, to come back to UTM, what is the first thing that you would do?
Well, I think before even they give me the opportunity, I was been there after graduation. I went to the UTM somewhere in November 2018. I mean 2017. When I went to a conference at Finang, from the Finang now I took a flight to the Johor. So I visited the UTM for the second time after my graduation. So UTM is a home to me, and I will always like to visit in the UTM. I was given the opportunity first, I will go to my lab because I cannot forget Mr. Nawawi and the others from the lab. I enjoy staying with them, and my lab. I always wanted to go there once and always again.
Yeah, lab is our first home. Home is
Yes,
our
it's my
second
first home.
home. Okay, Miss Gillian, who is that?
So
Those
sorry.
lecturers that you've been inspired so much until you got disconnected.
Oh, so sorry. Okay, I was saying Associate Prof. Noor in research, and also Associate Professor Abdurrahman Sam. And then there was Dr. Four, who taught me construction technology. But the closest person that I really appreciate is my supervisor. She taught me financial management and law and contract. That's Dr. Nadia. She's just very special. I still keep in touch with her. We talk, we still, connect concerning my papers and all that. And she really helped me, even the way I deal with my students, presently, because of some of the activities she made me do. And we were quite close because we would talk about anything and she would really respond to me. So she's down to earth and very easy to deal with. And I just like the way she teaches. So working with her for my projects and my co-supervisor has really helped me because they really gave me insight into a lot of things. So she's one person I truly appreciate, and I look forward to working with her still.
I see. So next question. If you were given opportunity to come to UTM, what is the first thing you would do after meeting with Dr. Nadia?
Yeah, definitely. I will go to see CO9 to see her, and then maybe I'd like to walk around my classroom area to take a look at it again, and maybe I'd like to eat nasi goreng and ayam. So those are some of the things that I think I look forward to and I would like to do if I come to UTM. But most importantly, I'd like to do my PhD. I'd still like to come back to UTM and do it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are done with the questions. Thank you, panels, for such a walk in a memory lane, flashing back all those good years, all those good memories that we had. Okay, so now we open to the Q&A, question and answer to the audience. So the question from Ainun Muhammad Salihuddin. Dear panels, what is the best Malaysian food you have when you were in UTM? Are you in contact with anyone from UTM still? Maybe we go to Miss Gillian.
Okay, I think yes, Malaysian. Yes, I said it earlier on. I think I still like nasi goreng and ayam. I like ayam a lot. So, and I remember nasi goreng. That was always the one I wanted to eat. And then I also am in contact, yes, with some people in UTM, some of our classmates that we finished earlier than, and of course, Dr. Ainadia and my co-supervisor too. And then Associate Prof. Zaman too. He's helped me with my work, so I'm still in contact with him too.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Gillian. So, Dr. Shettima, what is your favorite food, and you still contact with some of your colleagues and friends or lecturers?
Yes, the best food that I like much is nasi goreng ayam penyet. So I keep on in touch with the Dr. Abdurrahman Tam in the WhatsApp. We always chat in the WhatsApp. Then I have my colleagues that were working here in Federal Poly Damaturu, they were also doing their PhD also in Malaysia. There are 3 in number, we are getting now almost 4. So I keep on in touch with them. In fact, sometimes if I was looking for a material, I contact them to get the material from them. So we are associating actually up to now. So I'm parcel of the UTM. Then, in fact, recently I discussed with our deputy director. We are thinking of collaborating with even the UTM. Particularly, I was thinking of the Faculty of Engineering. So we are working toward that. When we finish our groundwork, I think we'll contact even the UTM for the collaboration. So I'm working toward that for now.
Okay, thank you. I'm about to ask you the collaboration between UTM and the university. What was your plan and whatnot? So, Ms. Gillian, maybe you have an idea like how, or maybe you have planned to do such academic collaborations, or you still find ways to do it. Ms. Gillian?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Are you saying with UTM now? Collaborations with UTM? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
well, for now, basically outside my supervisors, I haven't given thoughts to that, my place of work, but it's something that can be looked into, because it will be a good idea to bring in inputs from UTM to my institution. It will go a long way. So it will be something that I believe I'll look into as time goes on,
Okay. So just now, Albert John said, thank you for remembering College Perdana to Dr. Shettima, and say hi to Gillian. Albert John, you still remember him or not?
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you too.
Okay. Do you have any other questions from the audience? Dr. Shettima and Dr. Gillian, Miss Gillian, do you have friends that you like introduced to come to UTM recently, and maybe you have close contacts with those your colleagues or whatnot from Nigeria itself flew to UTM now or recent years after you've been left?
Yes,
Yeah,
actually, there are those
actually,
that have been trying to come. Okay, after you, doctor.
okay.
Okay, there are those of them.
It's okay. Go on, Gillian.
Okay. There are those of them that initially when I came, we were like 3 from my institute help to come over to UTM. but because of the COVID-19 and some of the regulations now, they've had to hold up a bit for a while. So I believe eventually when things get a bit better, the government will let them come over. So I do have people who have interest, whom we've spoken to, and who have seen what we're doing, and they're interested in coming to you.
Okay, so Dr. Shettima, do you have any close contacts in UTM still?
Yes, of course, because two of us graduated in the UTM, and currently there are four of our staff that are studying in the UTM. They're doing their PhD. One of them is almost about to complete her Bible. Then there are two more that were about to come into the UTM. So all of them, they follow my own step that are the UTM. So that means I also become a figure that giving an example where people are going to the UTM. But that of the particular candidate which are able process for her to get to the UTM. So I was in touch with the UTM, and always that's what I say. That's the reason why I say that right now we have been working to see how we're making a collaboration with the UTM. So we are working toward that. Later on, maybe we'll contact the postgraduate school and then the faculty to see how we will collaborate.
Okay, so I think we are about to end our sessions, but I will give you 30 seconds to give some wrap up words from Dr. Shettima. You can give some kind of words to your juniors or to your lecturers or colleagues or ex-colleagues. Maybe 30 seconds is starting from now. Dr. Shettima.
For the lecturers, they are always cooperating in the Faculty of Engineering from the UTM. But for the student, what I'll give the commitment. They have to be committed. If you are committed, then you can achieve. But you are not committed, then you cannot stay for long. That is it.
Okay, Miss Gillian, word of advice, maybe?
Okay, I'll just say, just like Dr. Shettima, there's nothing you really can't do. You know, many times when people see you, they think, okay, because you're a female, can you really carry out this? But I discovered that once you have the right teachers, the right lecturers, like what we have in engineering, you can go all the way. So students have no reason to say there's nothing that is too hard to do. Any task that is given is a possibility if you just set your mind to do it. So that would be my closing word.
Okay. So, Dr. Rafiq, do you have any comment?
Well, I just would like to say thank you, first of all, to Dr. Afiqah Rahim for moderating this particular session. And I would also like to say thank you so very much to both our alumni, Dr. Shettima Ali and Madam Gillian Gyeyok Ashio, for making this program a success. And as you mentioned about collaboration, we are very eager to have collaboration with the Kaduna State University, and to both of you. And I believe that you already knew that our engineering faculty is now ranked number 53 around the globe. So hopefully you are proud to hear that we are now not just top 100, we're now close to top 50.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I thought that, sorry, Dr. Shettima, you can.
It's a warm congratulations to the UTM.
Yes,
thank you.
Yes, exactly.
I say it's warm congratulations to the UTM for 53 in the world. Though we deserve it actually. Faculty of Engineering deserve that.
Yes, we do.
Because I know our commitments.
Yes, we do.
And both of you are alumni of the School of Civil Engineering, am I right? And the School of Civil Engineering, we are top in the country. So in Malaysia, civil engineering number 1. We are number 1 in civil engineering for in the whole Malaysia, in the whole country.
Wow. We're proud to belong to UTM.
Excellent.
We're really proud to belong to UTM. Yes.
Excellent. All right. Okay. So back to you, Dr. Afika.
Okay, thank you, Eto. So I think that's the time that we have. On behalf of our Faculty of Engineering, we'd like to thank you to our panels for joining us in this evening. So, all right, this is the end of our series. To our audience, don't forget to like and subscribe to UTM Faculty of Engineering Facebook page. Last but not least, for alumni, I hope this is the session. This session will not only reflect on your learning and achievement, but also to bring back some sweet moments of happiness and nostalgia for you and for us. Thank you, everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you.
Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Yeah.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.